It's very important to measure the generated social impact of a social enterprise. It is a good opportunity to define the key performance indicators, what you mentioned, the KPIs. Okay. These indicators will reflect on the operation of the social enterprise and the main activities of the organizations.
Are these different organizations have some kind of collaboration or cooperation with each other?
These kind of people really believe in their social mission and they really would like to achieve social impact, and they think that networking is a very important process for them. Today we are dealing with the financial opportunities and barriers of social enterprises. So, Aaron, what kind of financial resources can have an enterprise generally?
There are like several different sources that they can use in this context. For example, like there could be like a financial investor, a donor, to give like some money or invest some money in the cause that the organization is for. There is also like that they can apply for these governmental or
proposals. Actually, if we categorize them, they are able to realize revenue from the non-profit way. But on the other hand, the business way, they are able to generate money which is based on their own and independent activities. Because these kind of organizations develop products or services which they would like to sell, yeah?
No, just one thought popped into my mind, like this, like their business operation is intertwined with the vision that they have, or it can be completely separate or different. Like they have a business model, but they have a different cause, but from this business model they can use the money to help on the social cause or environmental cause that we've mentioned.
Actually, here the most important aspect, I think, that the social enterprises operate with dual purpose. Okay. I mean that they are established with the reason of creating a common good for the society. So this is the social mission or the social aim is the first one. But otherwise, the social entrepreneurs need money with the aim of funding their activities. So these are the main categories.
After the revenue stream, how can we see the cash flow that this enterprise has?
Social entrepreneurs, after they realize what is their main aim, what is the mission, what is the mission, the mission, actually after that they have to start the planning activity and forecasting. So if we are talking about the financial resources, in the financial plan, they need to list what kind of revenues they realize and what kind of costs do they have.
And this is like a flexible planning? I mean, like, could they have the proper information with which they can make a concrete plan, or it's like more flexible, like what they list, maybe it's okay, it's an ongoing project and maybe it has more probability, but is it flexible or is it more concrete, the plan that they create?
Actually, from the point of the entrepreneurial view, it can be flexible, and they need to collect and combine all of the necessary information which they use later in the operation of the social enterprise. For example, in a case, if they have an Excel sheet about cash flow, they are able to predict the money realization in time and the whole operation of the organizations. For example, when will be that time when they are able to cover their costs from their own generated revenues, or when will be their social enterprise profitable, in what time.
In this planning, they can also use like KPIs, like some projecting into the future, like what kind of layers do we want to go beyond.
It's very important to measure the generated social impact of a social enterprise, and when they start to measure their impact, it is a good opportunity to define the key performance indicators. This is what you mentioned,
KPI?
the KPIs,
Okay.
yeah? Because these indicators will reflect on the operation of the social enterprise and the main activities of the organizations. And it will represent the level of the created social impact. So exactly this is a feedback for the entrepreneurs.
Yes.
In the previous sentences or discussion, you mentioned the official or original financial plan. So there are some main rules which they have to have a deeper insight. So different kinds of categories. So this is an official way. So they have to create one financial plan document about the regulated aspects, and after that I think it is necessary to reflect on yourself and also your organization, for example with KPIs about social impact measurement.
Are these different organizations have some kind of collaboration or cooperation with each other, or how willing they are to work together for a cause, for a common cause, or for
cooperation can support these social entrepreneurs, because I think these kind of entrepreneurs are those people who are curious about the advice of other organizations or entrepreneurs, and they can use this kind of advice in the operation.
So it can be like a think tank when they can just put together their thoughts, get a clear vision about what they want to reach.
Yes, and these kind of people really believe in their social mission, and they really would like to achieve social impact, and they think that networking is a very important process for them, because they can gain new information from the others and they can share their workload, and they believe that together working with other organizations or people, they are able to achieve a higher impact, exactly when you would like to achieve a very high social impact alone.
Yeah, and this is also the same, why not sharing the knowledge, and if we have the same cause and if we have the same mission.
In the case of the social ecosystem where the social enterprises are operating, networking and collaboration is also very relevant, because there are some entities in the social ecosystem which are able to influence the operation of the social enterprises. Because we discussed the importance of the state funding, for example. So the state is one of these actors who are able to influence the operation, because the state has the power to do it. But if we have other kind of collaborations, for example, in Hungary or at an international level, the amount of the influence will be reduced.
Is there a tendency that from different countries they have some international network, like social enterprises, or?
Actually, it depends on the organization, but we can say that generally a lot of social aim or mission or a lot of social projects are funded from abroad. The European Union support with a lot of proposals, so they support the social economy, exactly, and social and solidarity economy also.
And also the Hungarian government has these tenders, or?
And there are some representatives of the Hungarian state also, and non-profit organizations who tackle these kind of proposals. So to sum up, the financial opportunities and barriers are very relevant for social enterprises. And if we start to think on what kind of resources can the social enterprise realize exactly, it can be generally also for the for-profit companies also. So the three main categories are the physical resources, the intellectual one, and the human resources. So these are the main important factors when we are talking about their financial activities.
Thank you so much, Noemi, for the conversation.
Thank you so much for your time.